Hey, what's going on, guys? Jon Setzer here with Jon Setzer TV, and I'm so excited to talk about this next topic, and that is my boy, the king of the air, the king of no fly zone, Neon Deion Sanders, prime time. Let's talk about my boy. And so now I've been seeing all this stuff on social media, all these people talking about, Deion, he sold out on the people, he sold out on the culture. But I think that you really got to think about what you're saying right now. Think about what you're saying right now. So Deion went down to Jackson and he took care of business. He did what he needed to do. He elevated the life of a lot of players there. He helped them to accomplish something that they probably never would have accomplished anywhere else. Now, when you in the game of football, especially in college and in pro, when you do what you are supposed to do, which is win games, then you become sought after. People want you. People know that you have an expertise, and they feel like that you can come and help their program win as well. And so for Deion Sanders to come from, an HBCU, do what he did there at Jackson, and now get this opportunity in Colorado, I can't be any more happy for my boy. I am so happy for him. And I'm a DB. I learned everything that I learned about playing DB from watching YouTube videos of Deion Sanders, watching interviews about Deion Sanders, just his mentality, the way that he did things. Now, of course, not many people have the athletic ability that he did, but I definitely feel like that it was his mentality. And that same mentality that he had on the field is the same exact thing that he takes into the game of coaching. And now, I loved hearing some of his interviews and some of the things that he was talking about, because let me say this, you guys are probably wondering like, oh well, man, well, why is Jon, for Deion and what he's doing? And so let me give you just a little bit of my background and where I come from. So many of you people that follow me know, I said you people, that kind of sounds bad, but many of you guys that follow me know, I went to an HBCU. I graduated from the Winston Salem State University, where I played defensive back there. We won a lot of games there at Winston-Salem State University. Our school, we lost, within, in 3 years, I think we maybe lost like 3 games or 4 games, something like that. We went 8-2, then we went 13-1, then we went 14-1, lost the game before the national championship, lost in the national championship. And so we knew what it was like to have the culture on your back and you're winning and everybody is counting on you and everybody's expecting you to do something that hasn't been done. And so, I'm loving all this new energy that's coming to the HBCUs, but I do want to say that at Winston-Salem State, we was one of the first HBCUs to really, get out there and put our school, put our area, all the HBCUs on the East Coast and really put, our schools on the map. Now, Deion Sanders, I feel like he went down to Jackson and he did exactly what he was supposed to do. And if you notice, when you go to a school and you do what you're supposed to do, now you become sought after. People want you. People want you to come and they want you to coach for their organization. And that's exactly what happened, for Deion Sanders. And I'm so happy for him. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. I'm happy for his family because he went and he took care of business. And now, listening to Deion Sanders talk, the thing that I really love about everything that he's saying is that I prayed about it, and this is what we felt like was the best thing for me and my family. That's exactly what he said. I remember, graduating high school, going up to Canada, to the CFL, getting cut, released from there, going back home, coaching, teaching, that kind of stuff. And then I get an opportunity to come out and play for the Sioux Falls Storm in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Now, I'm from North Carolina, but Sioux Falls, South Dakota was a long way away. And I had a lot of family, a lot of friends, people like, I don't know about this. That's probably not the best thing. Why don't you stay here? But I feel like at times you got to get away from what's familiar to you. Deion probably could have got a job down in Florida. He probably could have got a job anywhere. Especially at another HBCU or another D1 university. The thing that prime time has figured out how to do is he's figured out how to use marketing to build his brand, and to build the brand of the areas that he's with and to make money. And so he's made money for Jackson. You know, Jackson was getting sold out crowds, you know, and I'm sure they probably had some people come to the games before that, but I guarantee in the history of the school, they probably haven't generated the kind of revenue that they generated when he was there. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so with him going up to the University of Colorado, you know, I think that it's going to be an amazing opportunity for him, for his staff, for his family, as well as for the students that are there. You know, I think I really, really like hearing about this story and hearing about, you know, kind of the different opinions in this, because, you know, I was a player that, you know, I was on a 1-10 football team. You know, I was the last corner on the depth chart, and with a coaching change, and we had coaches that came in, you know, just like almost with the same exact attitude that Deion Sanders came in with. You know, I had Connell Maynard, you know, Coach Bulwer, Coach Hayes, Coach Hart. I mean, we had amazing coaches at Winston-Salem State, but when they came in, they were like, look, either you're going to get down or you're going to lay down. And I know y'all probably heard that from a movie or two, but but they're like, look, if you're going to get down with us, you're going to have to do things the way that we want to do things. If you want to win championships, this is the way that it's going to have to be. And so when those coaches came in, I went from the last corner on the depth chart to the number 1 corner on the depth chart, just with a coaching change. And then from there, you know, we won games. We went 8-2. We went 13-1. We went 14-1. We lost the game before the national championship and then lost in the national championship the next year. And so, you know, I like this story. I like him shaking things up, you know, in Colorado. I mean, I think when I looked at it, they were like 1-8 or 1-10 or something like that. I can't even remember. But, I mean, their record was pretty bad. And so he has an opportunity to go in there and do something that has never been done there in a long time. I mean, you know, he has an opportunity to go in and rebuild that program. And so, Deion, to you and your family, man, I give all of my love, well wishes, blessings, favor on you guys. I love the way that you are leading as a godly man, as a father, as a role model. You know, you was one of my biggest role models growing up. I played corner at the Winston-Salem State University. And so I learned how to play corner watching prime time Deion Sanders do what he does. And I think that helped my game out tremendously. So, man, I love you. Love your family. Man, y'all keep grinding. Go up to Colorado. Win some games, man. Shock the world. Get at me. And remember, follow along. Stay with me. Jon Setzer TV, we are going to continue to put out great content. We're going to continue to put out things that's relevant.